Long before he became an international sports icon commanding absolute fascination under the bright arena lights, Boyer Coe was a dedicated student of the iron. Growing up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, he began lifting weights at the young age of 14 after being inspired by classic bodybuilding magazines. Boyer did not enter the weight room out of a desire for quick internet validation. His primary goal was to systematically construct a balanced, sculpted physical structure of his own. He rapidly discovered an incredible biological response to structured resistance weight training, developing mature muscle bellies and narrow joints with astonishing speed. With an exceptionally disciplined training routine and an intense work ethic, he quickly outgrew local competitions to win the prestigious AAU Mr. America title as a youth. Coe proved very early on that he was a completely unique breed of classic athlete, a man destined to push aesthetic standards within the global lineup. What truly transformed Boyer Coe from a standard national contender into an absolute mythical figure within the global fitness community was his arm development. He possessed what many top historians consider to be one of the single most unusual, deeply split bicep peaks in the entire history of the sport. When he hit a front double bicep or rear lat spread pose, the clear separation between the heads of his biceps created a dramatic visual effect that stunned judges and audiences alike. His massive arms measured over 20 inches in his prime, yet maintained incredible sharpness, deep vascularity, and tight proportions with his shoulders and forearms. This distinct anatomical trait made his physique instantly recognizable in any lineup across the globe, setting a high standard for arm aesthetics. Coe turned his signature poses into studied works of art, proving to the world that unique genetic qualities, when sculpted with precision, hold an unforgettable, hypnotic power. The absolute starting point of Boyer's global emergence as an elite international legend was realized through his staggering dominance at the Mr. Universe contests. Competing across multiple major international organizations, he captured the coveted Mr. Universe title an astonishing 7 times throughout his career. Standing under the blinding stage lights, his narrow waistline, wide back, and razor-sharp conditioning allowed him to systematically dismantle the finest champions from Europe and America. Winning those prestigious titles across different decades solidified his reputation as one of the most consistently winning athletes in iron history. Promoters and fans revered him as a true ambassador who brought unmatched professionalism, dignity, and visual balance onto every stage he stepped on. Coe built an empire of gold trophies during his early years, proving to the international scene that his formula of symmetry and density was universally unbeatable across any competitive platform. While his historic Mr. Universe titles established his international stardom, Boyer achieved incredible fame during the legendary IFBB World Grand Prix Tour of 1981. In an extraordinary display of endurance and conditioning, he won multiple high-stakes professional contests in a row across Europe in just a few weeks. Standing proudly under the hot stadium lights, he defeated iconic legends of the era through his trademark combination of raw density, sharp muscle lines, and flawless presentation. He traveled from city to city in peak physical condition, never showing a single ounce of fatigue or soft conditioning during mandatory comparisons. Winning those consecutive professional trophies cemented his elite status at the absolute apex of the mainstream fitness industry during its golden age. Boyer Coe became a household name among hardcore purists worldwide, demonstrating that long-term competitive excellence is built on unyielding, disciplined, and consistent execution under pressure. Beyond his breathtaking Grand Prix runs, Boyer solidified his absolute legendary status on the prestigious Mr. Olympia stage across several different eras. He consistently secured a place in the highly coveted top 5 positions, battling head-to-head against record-breaking icons like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Frank Zane, and Chris Dickerson. Standing under the blinding arena lights, his pristine symmetry and tight midsection forced the greatest monsters in history to work past their limits. He maintained an exceptional level of conditioning year after year, competing in over a dozen Mr. Olympia contests without ever presenting a subpar package. This remarkable longevity earned him the deep, widespread respect of hardcore weight training purists and global fans across multiple generations. Coe proved to his peers that his elite status was backed by legitimate, long-term capability, establishing himself firmly among the most consistent competitors to ever grace the stage. A major definitive factor that elevated Boyer above his contemporaries was his profound commitment to classic visual symmetry over raw, unrefined mass. He understood that a massive physique could easily be ruined on stage by poor proportions, blocked waists, or imbalanced muscle group development. Coe sculpted his shoulders, chest, and legs in complete harmony with his famous arms, creating an aesthetic V-taper that flowed seamlessly from every angle during mandatory poses. He transitioned between complex poses with fluid grace, holding difficult isometric contractions without displaying visible fatigue or uncoordinated strain under the lights. While larger athletes often looked rigid and heavy under pressure, he moved with the supreme confidence of an elite performer displaying a master sculpture. This absolute command over structural balance allowed him to consistently defeat heavier opponents, proving that aesthetic purity remains a timeless weapon in bodybuilding. The vital turning point in Lennox's career development occurred when he joined forces with legendary Hall of Fame trainer Emanuel Steward. Working together inside the famous Kronk gym environment, Steward refined Lewis's style, transforming a talented athletic puncher into a complete fighting machine. Steward emphasized the dominant use of a heavy, snapping jab, superior foot positioning, and aggressive killer instinct whenever an opponent showed visible signs of hurt. Their fighter-coach dynamic became famous throughout sports history for its calm, strategic clarity during high-stakes championship rounds. Steward helped Lennox eliminate technical flaws, ensuring he utilized his massive physical height and reach advantages to their fullest capacity. The Lewis-Steward partnership stands as a definitive gold standard for coaching relationships, proving that expert guidance elevates an elite athlete into an invincible world champion. A major definitive factor that set Lennox apart from every heavyweight contender of his era was his absolute, peerless left jab. He did not throw soft, point-scoring jabs, he drove his entire shoulder through the punch, turning the lead hand into a heavy battering ram. This brutal weapon systematically snapped his opponents' heads back, broke their rhythm, and caused severe swelling around their eyes within the opening minutes of action. He used his long jab to measure spatial distance with surgical precision, establishing a defensive wall that prevented brawlers from entering the pocket. Once his opponents became hesitant and preoccupied with defending the jab, he opened up dangerous lanes for his signature straight right cross. This masterclass in jab mechanics remains a textbook study for boxing coaches worldwide, proving that the jab is the supreme key to ring dominance. Beyond his devastating right hand and historic championship belts, Lennox earned global reverence for his quiet, dignified personal demeanor. In an era increasingly characterized by vulgar trash talk, street altercations, and manufactured promotion drama, he remained a shining monument to traditional sportsmanship. He approached every press conference and weigh-in with cool composure, refusing to let wild rival antics break his deep mental focus. He carried himself like a true king both inside and outside the square circle, representing the sport of boxing with utmost elegance and honor. This dignified approach earned him widespread respect from media commentators, international sponsors, and hardcore purists across the globe. Lewis proved to the sports landscape that an elite heavyweight champion can reach the absolute peak of a brutal sport while maintaining total self-control and moral integrity. Throughout the golden 90s, sports analysts frequently debated whether Lennox was the most complete heavyweight built by nature. He possessed an unprecedented combination of super heavyweight dimensions, elite athleticism, and genuine boxing skill that overwhelmed smaller classic fighters. Weighing a lean 240 pounds in peak condition, he possessed the physical strength to bully opponents in clinches while outpacing them on the outside. He proved that a modern giant did not have to be slow or clumsy, moving with the fluid agility of a middleweight when sliding off the center line. His ability to adapt his style to face speedsters, heavy punchers, and tall contenders made him virtually unbeatable over a 12-round distance. Lewis set a brand new physical blueprint for the modern heavyweight division, demonstrating that size combined with elite technique is the ultimate combat force. Following his official retirement from active competition at the peak of his fame, Lennox transitioned smoothly into a highly respected global boxing ambassador. He served as an expert television commentator for major network broadcasts, sharing his profound technical insights with millions of viewers worldwide. Lewis devoted his time to supporting youth boxing programs, hosting charitable events, and mentoring young athletes across the United Kingdom, Canada, and America. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in his very first year of eligibility, securing his permanent place among legends. Hardcore purists and sports historians continue to rank him among the top 5 greatest heavyweight champions of all time. Lewis proved that his legacy extended far beyond physical trophies, etching his name forever into the fabric of sports history as a true master of the pugilistic art. 12. An eternal heavyweight blueprint. Lennox Lewis has permanently etched his name into the absolute upper echelon of sports history, leaving behind an untouchable, timeless blueprint. He will forever be revered as the lion of the heavyweight division who successfully proved that intelligence, physical power, and discipline conquer all. His incredible life journey serves as a powerful reminder that sharp focus, structured strategy, and an unbreakable spirit will always stand the test of time. Future generations of heavyweight boxers will continually analyze his historic title fights, his dominant jab mechanics, and his masterful ring generalship, trying in vain to replicate his magic. He showed the entire world that a champion could achieve legendary immortality by remaining fiercely true to his tactical principles, defeating every challenger, and retiring as an undisputed king. The British-Canadian legend has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an unforgettable mark.